A lot.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 ACC Tipoff Q&A. I am very honored to have Louisville on the stage with me. Head coach Jeff Walz going into his 19th season at the helm. We have Tajiana Roberts returning for her sophomore year, and Laura Ziegler. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Cardinals return 8 players from a team that finished 22-11, marking your 15th straight season of 20-plus wins, the longest streak in the ACC. You fielded a really young team a year ago.
Yes.
As a former coach, I know the greatest thing about freshmen is they become sophomores.
Some.
At least on the roster, you look a little older.
No, I'm saying, no, they do become sophomores. It just depends on what school.
Okay,
You know, and I'm fortunate that, you know, a lot of them decided to stay. You know,
You're hitting it strong early, Jeff.
Just speaking the truth.
Amen to that. What should we expect from this year's team?
Oh, you know, a lot more experience, obviously, and then bringing in some transfers that performed extremely well at the schools they played at, have a lot of game experience and experience. So that's going to be a great addition to our returners. So I think you'll see a team that's going to be, you know, obviously not as good at the end as not as good at the start as we will be at the end, but a team that's further along, I believe, at the start of this year than we were last.
So knowing just everything that you like to run, how different will this team be because of that experience you have now?
Well, we're hopefully not going to have to run as much because we're going to be able to understand what options are within the different things that we're trying to run. So I think the experience and them being able to make reads is going to be a big help to our team, and it should pay off well for us.
Greenville Sports Media. To the players, is there a certain team or certain player that you look forward to playing this year? And then, Coach, when you're making your non-conference schedule, do you look for teams that you maybe have not played or a certain coach you would like to coach against?
Ladies, would you like to?
We look forward to playing all the teams that we're up against. You know, we're going one game at a time. We have a very competitive schedule, so I think every opponent we face, you know, they have great players and great coaches. So I think we're looking forward to play whoever is in front of us.
Yeah, just to bounce off of that, what Taz said, I think just our non-conference schedule is looking really good. Obviously, the ACC schedule is always going to be good, but I think it's going to prepare us for later on in March, which is very exciting. We have a lot of home games, which is going to be fun too, just getting to see the whole crowd at the Center.
Yeah, you know, when it comes to trying to put a non-conference a schedule together, things have obviously changed because you really don't know who's going to be on whose team. I've basically finished next year's non-conference schedule already. So, you know, you try to figure out where teams are going to be within, you know, your net and all that good stuff. But at the same time, you're trying to make sure you have some games in there where you're going to be able to get some younger kids some playing time and some experience. And then we also try to play, you know, 3 or 4 marquee games that are going to be great for our fans, home or away. And then, like I said, we also try to get some regional games as well to be able to draw from the opponent's crowds.
I mean, Jeff, you've got a lot of coaches will shy away from a tough non-conference schedule. You're jumping in deep. You got UConn, Colorado, Kentucky, South Carolina, and Tennessee. And I guess Gino didn't want to play at the Center, so you have to go to Germany?
No, I got to give him credit for that. It was, you know, we'd actually signed a 4-year contract. This is the 3rd year of it. We played year 1 up at their place. Then we ended up playing at the Barclays Center last year in that great event. Then get the phone call, would you guys be willing to go and play in the Armed Forces Classic? And then next year we'll finish it a 4-year series with 1 game at UConn and 1 game at our place. But it worked out great. I mean, what a wonderful experience for our players to get a chance to travel the world and just really get a chance to see there's more than just what's here in the U.S.
I mean, Taj, we know it's great to play UConn, but
Oh,
you're
I
going
thought you were going to say for me. My bad. I thought you was going to say it's great to play for me. Gosh darn it.
Far from
I
that.
try not to waste everyone's time stating the obvious, Jeff.
Thank you.
Taj, I mean, what is the excitement like to head over to Germany to play and start this season?
I mean, really, what an opportunity. I played my first collegiate game in Paris last year, and then I get to play in Germany, overseas again. So I'm 2 years in a row playing out the country for my first game. So it's a great opportunity to just have that experience, like Coach Walz said, to experience things outside of the United States, to get that culture with my teammates. That's an experience I'll forever get to say that I had with my teammates. So I think that's very cool.
Yesterday was National Coaches Day. Can you talk about your supporting coaching staff and what they mean to the program?
I did not get one call, one text. I had no idea that it was actually National Coaches Day.
Didn't get one from me, that's for sure.
I think it got lost in the mail.
And ladies, would you? No, I've been absolutely blessed. I've been very, very fortunate to have some wonderful people, colleagues to work with. It's, Steph Norman just left to go to Arizona State this year. She played there in college. We were together for 18 years. And it's just, when you go to work and you're working with people you enjoy being around, it doesn't feel like a job. So it makes all the difference in the world when you have a great people that you work with. So you might want to put that in your calendar that next year.
Is that right?
Well, I'm
I think I'm gonna make
just
sure to
throwing
skip
it
over
out there,
that day.
October 6th. Okay.
Laura, I'm going to get this back on the tracks.
Yes, ma'am.
You tallied 33 double-doubles over the last 2 seasons, and you ranked 15th nationally in rebounding last season. What will your role look like with this team, and what might be added to your repertoire?
I think when you talk about double-doubles, you talk about rebounds. To me, it really comes back to control what you can control, and that's the effort. And my rebounds, I'm not going to be the biggest, most athletic player on the floor, but you're going to get rebounds if you box out and you go for it and you put the effort into it. So I think, what I did last year, adding to that, and then just, we're playing faster with Coach Walz, we're playing faster with his team. I love that. I feel like we keep learning. We're talking about the different options we have within our offense. So just keeping adding to that, being more efficient and just improving and finding the ways where I can help this team win.
I mean, Tobbs, last year from the get-go, you jumped into the deep end. You led the team in minutes played, second in scoring, and led the team in steals. What's in store for us in year 2, and what was your biggest takeaway from your freshman year?
For you too, I think one of the main things I'm focusing on is my leadership aspect. Just with that experience that I did have for my freshman year, just being more vocal and leading my team in different areas on the defense and offensive end. And I think something that I've learned from my freshman year is just that the mental aspect. That the basketball is going to come and go. So just knowing that bounce back. So I think my bounce back time this year is going to be a lot better.
Jeff, so much is changing in our game, and yet your program remains one of the most successful year in and year out. What's been some non-negotiables, and what do you attribute the sustained success?
Staff. I think a culture that we've built on expectations of going hard each day. We've really worked hard on trying to find players that understand you have to earn things, and nothing is given to you. Good character players, except Taj.
Who do you think I get it from?
Not talking about girl.
Got it from him.
No, I love her. She knows it. No, you have to have players that want to compete. These two want to compete. Laura loves competing. I made a comment the other day in practice. We probably went 30 minutes of working on some offensive, and Laura didn't shoot the ball one time. And I commented on that because her effort was the same the entire time. It was not based on, did I get a shot off? Did I score? Were they looking for me? She was just playing hard. And I mention that because I want players like Taj. I want Amari. I want our younger ones to see that you don't always just have to score. You can do so much to impact your team. And I think those are the type of players that we're trying to find. You got to find the ones who want to work hard. We might not be ranked number 1 or 2 in our class, but we're going to have the competitiveness and fire to compete with anybody, and they're willing to work to get better. So we've been able to find those type of players that believed in that, and we've had some great success here. So I don't think anyone can argue with what we've been able to do. So players that come know they're going to get a chance to compete against great teams and win at a very high level.
Taj, can you describe for the fans out there who have never had the opportunity to experience a home game at the Yum Center what that environment is like?
I would say if you haven't come to a home game, you're missing out, that's for sure. But for me, like, it's so unreal just seeing how much the fans are willing to support us and how loud and how they're willing to come out each and every game, no matter how we're doing. If we're winning or we're losing, they're going to support us and have the utmost passion. So it's a beautiful thing.
Laura, obviously one of 6 newcomers. Who else new to the scene, maybe people don't know about right now, that a couple of weeks into the season, everyone's going to be talking about? Besides yourself, obviously.
I think there's a lot of people. I think, my fellow transfers, I think, Raina's just a smart player, and I love playing with her. She's always going to find, she's the one who's going to find the pass, she's want to make the smart play. Skylar is just crazy athletic, and when she's really on, nobody can stop her. She's always going to go and get a bucket. And I think the new ones, our freshmen, they're working hard, they're getting trained. College is hard. Freshman year, it's hard. You are learning a lot, but I think they are doing a great job of just being really focused and working hard every day. Yeah.
Last question for all of you, and Laura, we'll start with you. When I say ACC women's basketball, what's the one word that comes to mind?
Elite.
Competitive.
Deep.
There we have it. Louisville, thank you so much. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Thank you.